Hello and welcome once again to Service Slimline. Today's new machine is this. It's a AEG Lavamat W1059 electronic from the update range, except it's not labelled as a update. This would have replaced the timer variant of this range. Being a W model, it's one of the lower spec models. I picked this up for £40, fair way away actually, but it was one of those I couldn't resist, to be honest, because it's not like I'm going to see another one in such good condition. And after the last one I had, I thought, well, I want to get another one because I didn't get a full experience from the last one. It's not had a lot of use, I don't think. It was owned by an elderly person that went into a home, so it's not too dirty. A little bit yellowed, as you can see, but all in all, I reckon it'll clean up very nicely. So, top left we have our detergent drawer. The flap's still attached, which is quite unusual. And inside, a little bit of muck in the softener compartment, but that's not too bad. It should clean up. 4-compartment drawer, pre-wash on the right, softener, bleach and additives, and then we got the main wash there. In the cavity, fairly clean considering this machine's getting on for 20 years old. It's done very well. Same with up the top. One thing I can see is just at the back left corner there looks like there's a lot of mould there, so that'll be the worst area in there as it goes. So on the middle of the display we have our pre-wash option, stain option, which is like a intensive on a Bosch WFF, quick and variable spin and rinse hold combined, and the start pause button. And to the right we have our progress indication, and to the right of that we have our programmer dial with all options. So you'll notice here we have the rinse plus option. Enable that by pressing these two buttons, pre-wash and quick, and same again to disable. Like I said, variable spin and rinse hold. Yeah, not a lot else I can say about this. The energy saving on this compared to some higher end models, in the manual this one says it's 60 degrees, but I think on some other models it's something like 67 degrees. Find out about that later on when I do when I record the cycle. So looking at the door then, as I said, there is yellowing going on. If it was a warmer time of the year, I would be looking to retrobrite this. It's a shame I can't really, it's just not warm enough. Anyway, there is normal dirt in the usual places. One thing I will say, this handle does feel very flimsy. I didn't expect that at all. Inside we have our standard Electrolux AEG Zanussi 5 kilo drum with plastic paddles. Top of the porthole we have our ratings information for those who are interested. It's only a 5 kilo 1000 model, so like I say, it's pretty much bottom of the line for its time, I seem to remember. The door seal and bottom of the door, you can see there's some corrosion down here. I'll try and tidy that up as best I can, get a little bit of white paint on there, blend it in a bit. The door seal, I've run a few test cycles and a few service cycles to really get this machine cleaned up on the inside as best I can. What's left, I think, is all just surface stuff. I think it should all clean up quite nicely once I get in there. And of course we've got our usual scale on the door, which will be nice and easy to remove. And down at the bottom of the machine, we've got a small dent, which I'm just probably going to leave it as it is. I'll probably just try and touch that in with a little bit of white paint. And then we have our filter flap, which is of course broken as normal. And this one has the drain hose as well. So yeah, that's that one. So there it is, one last look, and we'll get cleaning it. I'll leave you with a few before shots before we get cleaning. So there we have it. The machine is now cleaned and finished. I'll just take you around it. So up on the control panel, you can see all the dirt and the grime for it from in the gaps on up here and around the buttons. That's all gone. So it actually makes the yellowing look a little bit better, as in not so yellow. Polished up all the plastic areas. And you saw me do a little bit of paint work up in here. That's tidied that up a little bit. You can also see that there. I'll have to go over that a little bit again, but you know, it's better than a nice horrible black chip mark, rusty nastiness. The drawer took a bit of cleaning, but we've pretty much got there. It's as good as I can get it. Not too bad. I could have done a better job in there, but it's not going to be a immaculate machine. It's 20-year-old. In the dispenser cavity, you can see I managed to get rid of that horrible black mould mark at the back there. That's come up very nice. The top of the cavity has improved. I mean, there's staining on the plastic. There's not a lot I can do about that. I wasn't prepared to take the whole thing out. It just wasn't worth the time or the effort. And down at the door, you can see this area I've touched in with a little bit of paint. It was never meant to be perfect, like I say. But it does look a lot better than it did with that horrible rusty chipped area. I think the biggest result is this door seal. As you'll see, as you may remember, it was completely black in there. Most of it just literally scrubbed away, as you saw. There's a little bit of staining and stuff down the bottom there. I'm going to try and get rid of that before it goes, but for a cheap machine, which it's going to be, because it's not going to be worth much more, I think it's quite acceptable, to be quite honest. So aside from the cleaning, I've also replaced the motor brushes, as they were pretty much on their limit. Other than that, that's the machine finished. It's turned up quite nice, I think. It actually looks better on camera. There is some yellowing, but yeah, on while I'm recording this, it does look better on here for some reason. But yeah, thanks for joining me on another clean up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.